Hello, good evening and welcome from Jakarta. I'm Mr. Gary and tonight we're going to look at 50 difficult words that students tell me are quite tricky. Do you have any tricky words? If you have any tricky ones, then let me know. Put them in the chat box and I'll help you and add some context into those for you a little bit later on in the stream. Let me get on and do this 50 first, and then I'll assist everybody in the chat. I can see I've got a few people in chat already. The regulars, and I'm just reading the chat, and I have there Mr. Hassan says hi Mr. Gary with a thumbs up. We had a little conversation. I said good evening. And then I asked, I hope you are well. And he replied with, hope you're good. Yes, I'm okay. I'm great. Had a tricky day. I'll talk a bit about that later on. Hello there from Mohammed Ismail. Good. I'm so pleased to see you as well. We have been communicating. He sent me emails. He sends me messages on comments, and obviously I reply to them as best as I possibly can. Then I make a little spelling mistake. Great. And then Mr. Hassan says thank you for delaying the live stream for half an hour. No problem. No problem at all. I'll do whatever I can to accommodate my audience, my followers, my subscribers. If it's something that's convenient to you at the moment, because I'm a small channel, I have that flexibility. It's no big deal. I don't think that's going to change very much, but you never know. You get more subscribers coming in, and we try and be as flexible as possible in this channel to accommodate you. And Mohammed Ismail says, I'm on the edge of my seat right now. So am I. I'm on the edge of my seat with excitement and exhilaration to get through tonight's live stream. I couldn't wait anymore, he says. I couldn't wait anymore, which is absolutely delightful. So yes, of course, I'm just making sure that everything is good, that we're all tickety-boo. That's another good phrase, isn't it? We're all tickety-boo. We're all tickety-boo, so you can hear me well. That's good news. And we'll start with word number 1. So I'll just put that banner up. I've just made a little banner. A banner, guys, is something that goes across the bottom. All right. I'll just read that banner out for the benefit of anybody who can't see it very well, okay? And it says, know any tricky words? Put them in chat. I'll show you how best to pronounce them, alright? So if you think of any as we're going through, guys, let me know and I will come back to those and assist you as soon as possible with those, alright? Let's get cracking. Word number 1. Or should I say, we'll have it, I think we should do it the opposite way round, and we'll count down rather than count up. Count down means I start at the highest number and go to number 1. A count up means I start at the lowest number and go to number 50, because I've promised you 50 words, right? I want to make sure that you're getting, I'm giving exactly what I say in the thumbnail, the title and the description of this live stream, and that's a very important thing when you have a YouTube channel. Deliver what you're promising in those 3 things, and on YouTube, success will hopefully follow. So pray for success, hope for success. Word number 50, genuine. The collector said our piece was a genuine antique. Genuine, and it's GENUINE, genuine. Okay, chat. So if you can think of a sentence with the word genuine, put it in chat. Do you know somebody or something that is genuine? Can you give any recommendations about genuine things? We all know what fake things are, like shoes, sports apparel, clothing. Apparel, that's a typical American word, isn't it, for clothing? And they always complain, these big companies, Nike, Adidas, etc. Oh, there are so many fakes out there on the market. Buy our genuine items, blah blah blah. Well, yeah, we would, but I can't afford £100 for some trainers, unfortunately. I'm not in that league just yet. So, genuine. Can you think of a sentence? Good. My bag is made from genuine leather, meaning original. Good. That's a really good start, Mr. Hassan there. Made of or made from something. Good job. Well done. Word number 49. Psychologist. Psychologist. Spelling Psychologist. My psychologist told me that I need to chill out, calm down, relax, take deep breaths in times of stress. Okay. My bed is made from genuine wood. Yes. I don't know. I don't know how you could fake wood, but yes, I suppose genuine wood. I'm sure there is somewhere out there fake wood. I always say for every every genuine item, there is a fake. Okay, there is a fake. Absolutely, yes, you're right. So I'm just going to highlight that one. I'm going to highlight some of these as you go through, Mr. Hassan there. Genuine, good, original. My bag is made from genuine leather. Made of, good. Psychologist, perfect spelling, well done. My bed is made up of, or made from, you could say that, made from genuine wood. Yeah, okay, or bed coverings. I'm sure there are bed coverings like mattresses, pillows, all of that sort of thing. And I'm sure those are, those are faked, etc. Someone who studies psychology is a psychologist. Yes, my friend is a famous psychologist, of course, is someone who studies psychology, which is a really good one. And I think some students have problems with the fact that there's a P at the beginning of this word, right? Psy, P-S-Y, psy. You don't pronounce the P, it's silent. Psychologist. Okay, good job, well done, guys. Number 48. Vocabulary. And we'll put an example. I'll give you an example sentence there. I like to enhance my vocabulary by reading books. I like to enhance my vocabulary by reading books. I have some wonderful books. Here. This is one of my favorites, and I do need to get to that one. Yes, vocabulary. Yes, psychologist, the study of human behavior. This one's a really good one, chat. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but I bought this a couple of years ago when I was back in England, and I thought, oh, what a beautiful book that is. Oh my goodness me. Let me sort the zoom out there. There we go. I bought it from, we have this retail shop called W.H. Smith's, and they have some wonderful books, and you can see there it's £5 for this one. Beautiful book, talks about the history of Britain, and £5, that's about, I think it's about $7 something like that, and I thought, oh, I'll buy that, and then I can take it to my classroom, and then if the students have any questions, they always ask me about Britain, about England, etc. Lots and lots of if you want me to do any lessons about this kind of thing, let me know if you want me to talk about it. It's some really interesting stuff there. Yes, good job, well done. Vocabulary, oh, that's a good one. I like that. Some really good examples, chat, coming in here. The study of human behavior, we've had that one already. Vocabulary, a nice spelling there. Photosynthesis. Now, photosynthesis, I'm not a scientist, but if my memory serves me rightly, it's when the leaves absorb carbon dioxide, CO2, from the atmosphere, and then they pump out oxygen, give us oxygen in return. Is that correct? Photosynthesis? You can tell me, chat. Hamid Ismail. You can tell me if I'm wrong. I might be wrong. Oh, goodness me, that would be terrible, wouldn't it? To get a high band in IELTS, you need a good range, yes. A good range, another word there would be extensive. An extensive vocabulary and a natural usage of it, okay? One of the things I know about IELTS is people try to prepare by memorizing lines and stuff like that. My key tip to anybody doing that, don't do it, because the examiners will know that you've been sat there rehearsing and you've practiced your lines. They're very highly trained to spot those things, and it means that you're not being natural with the examiner or the assessor, if you like. Okay, the person who checks your English speaking abilities. Hello there, Addy, and good evening. Where if you look at the chat, Addy, you'll be able to see the words that we've just looked at. We're looking at another one now. We've done vocabulary. Vocabulary. Okay? Vocabulary. 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 Right? Like that. 4 syllables on that one. Number 47. Trade. We want to trade our car for a van. We want to trade our car for a van. Meaning that we want to swap the car, give the car to the dealer, and in return get a van. Alright, so trade is the action of swapping one item for another, and we're basically swapping it, okay? Or it's like exchange, isn't it? We exchange something. A bit like me, I do a bit of cryptocurrency. I'm into cryptocurrency at the moment, having a bit of a toy with that. So I trade my US dollars or whatever it is, pound sterling, for some cryptocurrency. Okay, so the electronic currencies of the future, and it's a very complicated thing. Yes, it is very complicated. So what do you trade, guys? Have you traded anything, chat? Have you traded anything? Trade is like, it's in our lives every day, isn't it? You know, effectively, if we buy some new clothes, we are trading the money for the clothes, right? So we give the retailer the money, and he or she or they will give us the clothes in return. So good. If you can think of something that you trade, yes, good. Trade can be a verb or a noun. That's right. He's in the motor trade. Okay, the motor trade, meaning that he buys and sells cars, right? So to trade can be a verb, can be a noun. And quite often with words, they have multiple functions, all right? A lot of words have multiple functions. I'd like to trade this iPhone case for $10. Okay, with you, Mr. Hassan. Mr. Hassan gives me $10. I give him the case. In that case, it's a verb. All right. He's in the motor trade. Noun. Okay, because it's the name of a trade. Right, a name of a trade. In the UK, we have a motor trade, and you can buy a car for very cheap. A very good car for very cheap as well. Online trade has become more popular nowadays, yes, or in recent times. So good job, well done there, sir. The next one, free. A nice easy one. Free. The best things in life are free. There's no such thing as a free lunch. Yeah, another typical English phrase. There's no such thing as a free lunch. And we talk about things being free. Not much in this life is free, I don't think. You always pay or you always trade something. All right. So example, if my employer asks me to do an additional job, they say, "Oh yes, you can do that for free." Well, no, it's not for free because I'm trading my time to do that additional job. Time, I think, is the most valuable currency. I always say that. It's more valuable than anything else. Use your time wisely. If you ancient people traded in spices. That's right. Yes, I think saffron is a spice that I love a bit of saffron as well. Adds some real depth and flavour. Yes, you can take it for free, of course. Yes, you could take it for free. If I'm giving something away, something that's no use to me anymore, it's free. Okay, and a lot of people ask me, they say, free. How amazing to be free for some time. That's right. Over my holidays, I had a lot of free time because I didn't travel anywhere. My wife is expecting a child, so we have a baby coming, and I had a lot of free time. I said I need to use this free time wisely, so that's why I started streaming to my channel. I got some advice, and some people I know in the YouTube world said, "Why don't you do live streaming? You've got lots of free time. Do it. Just turn the camera on and get on with it. People might like it. You never know." And I always think when I first started, just in December, I was a bit nervous, but you get used to it. All right, you get used to turning the camera on. As long as you've got a structured plan, what you're going to talk about should be okay. Right, so that's what I try to do now. The better the preparation, I think. Oh, something that's free of charge. I had this watch. Yes, I had this watch given, I think is the word there. You need an additional word there to make that a little bit more make sense. I had this watch given to me free of charge. That could also be a form of inheritance. All right, so if you've ever heard of a watch brand called Philippe, I think it's Philippe Patek or Patek Philippe, they say that you never actually own a Patek Philippe watch. You're merely the guardian of it, because eventually you don't sell it. They're so valuable, you just hand them on to your offspring. Another word for offspring, your descendants. Yes, your children. And subsequently those kinds of things go down the family tree. Yes, free time is a double-edged sword or a double-edged weapon. Yes, I think so too. A lot of people waste their time and they don't realise that they're doing it. So there we go. Word number 45. Praise. Praise. Offering generic praise like, "Hey, good job," is not enough to motivate a child. Praise is one thing, but then I think we have to follow up with why that job that the child did was such a good job. Okay, good job. I really like how you've written the letters. I really like that you've tidied up your things. I really like that you haven't forgotten anything today. Great, good job, etc. lots of praise in the classroom? Do you get any praise in your workplace, chat? Put a comment in the box and let me know. Have you had any praise this year? I've not had any praise. People normally like being praised. Of course they do, yes. Let me have a look. Like being praised, Mr. Hassan there. Ismail Hassan. People normally like being praised. That's a good one. Good example. So, well done, chat. We've got some really good ones there. Through. My family are going through a very difficult time at the moment. Okay, my family are going through a very difficult time. Simple way to remember this one: THROUGH. Just pronounce it the same as THREW. Okay, through. Yes, it's a very tricky pronunciation for a lot of learners, that one, through. So well done if you've got anything there. Have you got any examples of through? Put them in the chat, guys. Put them in the chat. Through, what can we think of to go through? You usually go through a tunnel, or through if you're stopping somewhere to get to a final destination. Example, today I went to Leeds, but my train went through Bingley station. Or today I went to London and my train stopped, or we travelled through Leeds. Okay, so we're going through something. Good. We are going. I've got a really good sentence example here. I love sentences here. We are going through hard times because of the pandemic. I think a lot of people are. Millions and millions and millions of people. A quick one. The people in Bali are going through some extremely tough times. I've been to Bali several times myself, and the people there, you know, they're into the tourist trade, or it was all tourist trade, and it's literally been dead for the last 2 years as the tourist trade. It's such a shame, and they rely on a lot of, you know, mostly foreign tourists coming to Bali, and a lot of the workers there had to return to the farms. Yeah, so they had to go to the farms, and obviously everybody's income took a nosedive. They've been through some very difficult, challenging times there in Bali, like any tourist destination. Yeah, all these tourist hotspots have really suffered. So yeah, good. That brings us to a very tough. A very tough one, and it's though. So, I'm getting hungry. I can wait a little while longer, though. I'm getting hungry, but I can wait a little while longer, though. So, yes, though. Though is, it's like although, isn't it? We're showing an opposition. It's an oppositional word. So we're showing that there's a contrast there, I think, almost. Is that a fair thing to say? Although, or though. So the condition is probably positive, then you could change that a little bit and adjust it so it's still positive. Yeah, tricky one, though. THOUGH, though. Alright, and it basically means that if something is happening, or something happened, then, you know, the result wasn't really affected. Okay, the result wasn't really affected. So think about conditional sentences. Have you got any examples there, chat? Do you want to put some in there for me? Though, yeah, not many in there at the moment. Though. So I'll just put oh yes, there's a good one. Though he's brilliant, he doesn't exert great efforts. Yes, effort. Effort, yeah, I would say effort with that one. So good, well done. Though, 42, word 42 now. Cough. Cough. During the flu season, people regularly get a cough, or people are encouraged to cough in their inner elbow area these days with COVID-19. Okay, cough, C-O-U-G-H, cough. And I know a lot of people have been sick with this COVID-19 stuff. It's not great, you know. People coughing, spluttering, sneezing. These are all terrible things if we get ill, I believe. Any examples of cough there, chat? Any examples that you want to put into the chat that I can highlight your names there? It's like a free shout out, isn't it? You get a free shout out if you put something in chat. Great, well done. I can see one there, and it says, could you get me something to relieve my cough? Well, of course, I've got some cough medicine, Mr. Hassan. I have some cough medicine. It's down here in my little tub of tricks, I call it, where I literally throw everything. Here's another one. Scissors. Left-handed people require a modified version of a pair of scissors. Yes, if you're left-handed, and I know there are some people who are left-handed and they find it very difficult with scissors, and the other one that they find difficult is fridge doors. I wish you a speedy recovery. I'm only joking. I'm a good actor, or I try. Yes, I don't really have a cough. I do have some cough medicine on standby though, just in case. Yeah, just in case. We can't have sick days when we're in the field of education. I think sick days are not permitted. Yes, you don't want to try and get relief teachers because it's very difficult. Another appliance that left-handed people have difficulty with are refrigerators. I have a fridge in there. Good. Be careful when you use a pair of scissors. They are extremely sharp and can be lethal, I think is a really good example there. We can always add a little bit to it and modify stuff. Great. A lot of fun. Another appliance that is considered essential in anybody's house is a refrigerator. 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 Short form is fridge. In British English we would simply say fridge. Okay, even if the unit has got a freezer built in, my mum would say, cool, could you get the ice cubes? Where are they? Oh, they're in the fridge. Well, how can ice cubes be in the fridge, Mum? They're in the freezer, right? Yes. Oh, yes. Of course, yes. Yeah, you can't get ice cubes in a refrigerator. It's too warm. The freezing point of a freezer has got to be minus 0 degrees centigrade or Celsius, right? So use the freezer rather than the refrigerator if you want ice cubes. Here's another one, and I love this word, spaghetti, but the actual word is shrimp. Shrimp. Italians eat shrimp with their spaghetti. Italians eat shrimp with their spaghetti. And shrimp, S-H-R-I-M-P, chat, shrimp. And spaghetti, a type of pasta, long and stringy like a noodle. And it's S-P-A-G, spag-hetti. We don't pronounce the H. Spaghetti. It's S-P-A-G-H-E-T-T-I. Spaghetti. Or spaghetti, if you ever go to Italy and meet some Italians. Spaghetti? Mohammed Ishmael? Oh, spaghetti. It looked like an O did that originally. And he's got a little emoji for spaghetti as well. Good job, well done. And shrimp. And you've got the... you must be using some... You must have some good emoji boards there if you've got spaghetti and shrimp. Well done. A refrigerator is classed as an appliance. So is a washing machine. Okay, the word appliance, A-P-P-L-I-A-N-C-E. Now, in the electrics world, and once upon a time when I was at college, I had a part-time job. And I had to sell electrical goods. And I loved it. And electrical goods can be classified into two categories. One is brown, the other one is white. Brown appliances are things like your TVs, laptops, other gadgetry, right? More like gadgetry. Those are called brown appliances. And white appliances are things that we need to run the home. So those are a little bit more essential, like a cooker, for example. A washing machine. Okay, in a lot of households we have washing machines. Where I live, my mum has a tumble dryer. Okay, so the weather is terrible in England, especially over winter. We get a lot of rain. And my mum has a tumble dryer, so after she's finished washing the clothes get taken out of the washing machine and put in the tumble dryer for an hour, and it whirls around and blows hot air through the tumble dryer there, the cylinder, and dries the clothes. Yes, tumble dryers. So yeah, I like people who suffer... Oh, hang on a minute. Just a second. Go away. That's it. I've just got some notifications. Let me just get rid of those. People who suffer from obesity should eat too much. Should or shouldn't? I think probably shouldn't, because it's a carbohydrate, isn't it? I'm not a doctor myself, but my dad has diabetes. And I try to cut down on carbohydrates myself, you know, taking smaller portions of rice. Rice is a staple here in Indonesia. You can find rice everywhere, you know, it's all over the place here where I live. And rice is the number one food that feeds the world, I think. Rice powers the world is what I say. But yes, obesity, yes. I mean, shouldn't eat. Yeah, I think so. Yes, it's okay. You know, we make typos all the time. Don't worry about it. Yes, appliance. So an appliance, that word again, APPLIANCE. So those are white goods, usually found in a kitchen. All right, or mostly kitchen, refrigerator, cooker, dishwasher. We have dishwashing machines as well. Island. Here's another one. The island of Great Britain is comprised of 4 countries: Scotland, Wales, England, and, well, you don't count the Northern Ireland because that's a separate island. So it's 3 countries for the United Kingdom. All right, the United Kingdom, Great Britain is Scotland, England, Wales. The United Kingdom is Scotland, England, Wales, Northern Ireland. All right, so Ireland, Island. Victoria is located on Vancouver Island in British Columbia, Canada. I'd love to go to Canada. I'd love to go there one day, and I have some ex-colleagues who left Indonesia. They were from India originally. They worked in Indonesia for a number of years and landed a job in Canada. I'd love to go there just for the snow and the skiing, because I can ski. Yeah. Fun fact, I can ski, or I have skied in the past. many years ago. Adjective is word number 36. What adjective would you use to describe Mr. Gary Chat? Now be gentle. What adjective would you use to describe me? I was told today I'm rather handsome. True. It's true. I tell you. It's true. The cleaning staff, they said, "Oh, Mr. Gary, you're very handsome." Yeah. I was like, "Oh, yeah. If that's your opinion of me, you're so kind." I'll just catch up with chat here. An island is a part of land surrounded by water from all directions. Yes, that's right. Now, Indonesia, here's another fun fact for you. Indonesia is the world's largest archipelago. Take that, find that word, archipelago. And it has more islands than any other country, totaling approximately 17,000. Now, these islands, some of them disappear during the day and then they reappear. So when the tide is high, they disappear. And then when the tide is low, they reappear, these islands. And I know people living in the island of the Maldives, the Maldivian islands there, Fiji, these low-lying little islands of paradise. Those islands are at great risk of climate change and rising sea levels. I'll tell you something now, chat. Where I live, I can see this happening. You know, over time, these sea levels are rising, and it's very concerning. I've lived here 10 years, and honestly, I think where I live now, I've lived here 7 years actually, and I think the sea level has risen only by a few millimeters even. But over time, that adds up, and that's the massive problem. Some people think that the Maldives could vanish altogether in the next 20 to 30 years. So, if you're watching and you want a holiday to the Maldives, time's running out. Value your time, chat. Value your time. Inspiring. I'm inspiring. I hope that's the one you're wanting to describe me, Mohammed Ismail. Is that the adjective you use to describe me? I'm an inspiring teacher. Inspiring streamer. Well, thank you very much. It's nice to be appreciated. Word number 35. Throughout. Okay, throughout. History is being rewritten throughout the length of time that we have lived on this planet, and I think that's right as well. You know, there are many global issues that have come up throughout history. Things like wars, famines, disease, all these other terrible things throughout. And I will spell that for you. THROUGHOUT. I'll do it a bit slower now. THROUGHOUT. 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 So it's through. Yes, pronounce it the same. THREW, like that. Through. Throughout. When you see that word, throughout, it's the same pronunciation. Okay. Capitalism has been a global issue throughout history. Okay. So yes, we're looking at some other things. Of course, yes! Mohammed Ismail. Thank you so much, Mohammed Ismail. Very polite. I love that. I love it. Right, good. Well done. So we've done last 3 words. Island, adjective, throughout. Here comes the next one. See if you can guess what word this one is. Hello, Sarah Ismail. Good evening to you. The pandemic is spreading throughout the world. Correct. And throughout, I think, is 1 word. It's not 2. All right. So just a little correction there. Throughout it should be 1 word. All right. So good job. Throughout the world. Yes. Next one. Here comes, I'm not going to spell this or tell you this word, but I'll just simply do it because I can do it. I lick my lips. And the word is whistle. 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 Mr. Gary can whistle very well. If you can think of a popular song or something like that, can Mr. Gary might try and whistle it for you. Hello, Sarah Ismail as well. Good evening to you. And whistle, we have Mohammed Ismail. He says whistle. Do you want me to whistle something for you? If you have any suggestions, let me know in the chat. If I know the song, I will try and whistle it for you. I remember my old principal, God bless her soul, before she passed away, and she was from India, and I'll never forget, she once called me in, and she said, Mr. Gary, I said, yes, miss, why do you whistle when you're walking around the hallways? I said, I don't know, miss. I said, it's just something if I, to occupy my time while I'm walking around. I like to whistle a little song. If I've heard a song in the morning, I can whistle it. Yeah, any song, most songs. I use a whistle when I get. Yes, you use a whistle. Yes, of course. A whistle. Yes, a whistle, and I think people whistle as well when they get maybe a little bit bored, maybe a little bit tired, or they want to concentrate on something. I'm just trying to think of some kind of song that you might know, chat. If you can think of a song, maybe I'll whistle. I'll whistle it for you. A bit of fun in tonight's stream. You've got to have a bit of fun, I think, when you're streaming. Good. Now here comes another one, and I know Mr. Hassan, if he's still there, he will probably tell us the differences, because this one gets confused all the time. One of them's a verb and one of them's not a verb, if I remember rightly. Effect. The new company policy will take effect tomorrow. Okay, will take effect tomorrow. So that means the company is introducing something new tomorrow. For example, effect, EFFECT. Now, do you know what word that gets confused with, chat? Put something in the chat box there, and here you go. You get another free shout out as well. You get your name on that screen there. Whistle from Mohammed Ismail. Effect, EFFECT. Excuse me while I drink some tea. effect. Effect. So if you ever, I mean, on Google, and I mean, Google's tremendous, isn't it? You can Google and you can find out things very quickly. Effect. Okay, and I'll tell you what it is, because people get confused with effect, E-double-F-E-C-T, and A-double-F-E-C-T. Effect is a verb meaning to produce an effect upon. Upon. As in, the weather affected his mood. Effect is usually a noun. A change that results when something is done or happens. Okay, as in, computers have had a huge effect on our lives. That's E-double-F-E-C-T, chat. There are exceptions, but if you think of effect as a verb and effect as, I think that says a noun there, doesn't it? Yes, it does. So I'm just going to show you that as well. And that one I will give credit there to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, who gives a very nice explanation of it. Effect, E-double-F-E-C-T, is the noun. All right. You'll be right the majority of time, it says. Okay, so if you're not sure about effect versus affect, search it up. All right, you might see these words coming up in your studies, tests, etc. Effect, affect, right? Effect, effect, affect. Okay, effect, E-double-F-E-C-T, affect, A-double-F-E-C-T. So watch out for that one, chat. There's a little bonus word, isn't it? Influence. Celebrities influence how young people act and dress. I-N-F-L-U-E-N-C-E. It's a bit slower now. I-N-F-L-U-E-N-C-E. Influence. Okay. Good job. There's a good example. Noise has a detrimental effect on our ears. Yes, I think on our ears or on our brains. I think on our brains it's a bit more serious, isn't it? Without our brain we can't hear anything. So probably brain. Okay, so that's about cause and effect, isn't it? Cause and effect. So yes, good job, well done, Sarah Ismail. Very nice example there as well. So let's have a look, and let me just go through now. We've done number 32, influence. We've got that. Variety. It is important to use variety in your English speaking. And a variety means wide-ranging, okay? So if you are using and experimenting with different words before you get to an exam, for example, or a test or an assessment, then, experiment. Even if you make mistakes, don't be afraid of mistakes, okay, in those situations, because I always say, and examiners always tell me that, as long as you're correcting your mistakes, then that shows that you're learning, okay? It's just one part of the learning process that we have to correct our own mistakes. So, good job, chat. I can see some new chats coming in here. Oopsie daisy, what have I done there? Right, junk food. That's a very good one. Junk food affects us badly. Good. Well done. And the influence of junk food is detrimental. Yes, of course. A lot of junk food. You're giving a variety of words. Yes, I am. And variety, I'll spell it V-A-R-A. V-A-R-I-E-T-Y rather than V-E-R, okay? V-A-R-I-T-Y. Okay, so there we go. Variety. A variety. Mr. Gary is used to eating a variety of foods from different parts of the world. My favourite is it's Indian. Yeah, I like the Indian cuisines. So there we go. That's one that that I like. Word number 30, enhance. Enhance means to improve. You will enhance your vocabulary by reading a newspaper. Okay? What would you like to enhance about yourselves, chat? What would you like to enhance about yourselves? Have you got any suggestions? Let me know and I'll put them in the... I'll put them on the screen. Enhance. E-N-H-A-N-C-E. Enhance. Enhance. You will enhance your reading skills by reading regularly. You will enhance your speaking skills by reading regularly. Reading is so important and underestimated, I think. What would you like to enhance, chat? I'm just waiting for any comments there. I don't see any, so I'll move on. Word 29, challenge. Challenge. I invite all watchers in my live stream, even the VOD, to challenge themselves. Try and join my live streams. The more people, the merrier. We get more ideas, share more ideas. Sharing's caring. And I always say that peer-to-peer learning is a valuable tool. All right, peer-to-peer means when you're, showing your friends or telling other members. That kind of learning is very, very useful to me in my classroom time, and hopefully here on YouTube. All right, so good. I invite all English learners to take the monthly grammar challenge. All right, yes, I know there's that word again, and I don't see Pallavi in here yet this evening, but anyway, we never know. She might come, she might not, I don't know. English learners, yes. Daughter. I'm not having a son, I'm having a daughter. Daughter, it's like D-A, you pronounce it D-O, so it's like, think of the word door as in D-double-O-R, and then just add ter on the end. But the actual spelling is D-A-U-G-H-T-E-R. Okay, I sometimes hear learners say, especially in Indonesia, daughter. No, just daughter. Okay. I don't have a daughter, but I have a son. Or my wife isn't having a daughter, she's having a son right now. So yes, my wife is pregnant. And we have another one. Chatting with you is a big challenge. Oh no. I don't want it to be a challenge, Sarah. I hope not. Good. Yes, some good comments coming in here. My sister is my father's daughter. Good. Daughter. Good. Notice that little push forward in the lips. Daughter. Right, that's how you do it. Good job, guys. I hope you're pronouncing these words along with me as you're at home. As when, I don't believe it, nearly halfway. I thought this would be a bit quicker. I would rattle through these a bit quicker, but I thought, no, I could have made a 10-minute video, but it's not in-depth enough, I don't think. You don't get many examples in a 10-minute video. At least with a live stream, you get lots of examples in. That's the useful thing about live streaming, especially when you're doing something like this. Gorgeous! Repeat. Gorgeous. The bride looked gorgeous on her wedding day. The bride looked gorgeous on her wedding day. Now, I always think with gorgeous, you use this usually, or you hear this usually when women or men are describing a woman. Okay, usually women would describe men as handsome. Perhaps handsome is the opposite word there, right? So good job, gorgeous. Well done. Low. Okay, if you bend down... Oh, sorry, let me spell gorgeous. Yes, you're right. G-O-R-G-E-O-U-S. There was a song by Fergie, and it was G-O-R-G-E-O-U-S, and you probably... I don't know if you've heard that song or not, but gorgeous is another good word. It's one of those adjective words. Low. If you bend down low, you will see where the children are hiding. Okay. If you bend down low, you might hurt your knees. Okay. And when the tide is low, you can see those low-lying islands. Low, L-O-W. Okay, as opposed to law. Law. Low. Law. O-O. Okay. O-O. O. 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 So, notice the difference there. O, no jaw movement as in law, but with low, you have a O sound. Okay, so it's a different sound altogether. So, and people get these mixed up a little bit sometimes when trying to speak English. They try to pronounce it. Law. The law in the UK is very strict. Okay, if you break the law, you will get a fine, usually. Yes, you are gorgeous. I love seeing comments. I love it. I love it. I love it. And just a minute while I get... Yes, okay. I have a notification and I'm trying to get rid of it. I can't get to the chat. I don't want to see more. Just leave me alone. It's those news tickers from Microsoft. If you have Windows 10, sometimes it pops up notifications. You are gorgeous. Well, if you say so, I believe you. Ambulance is word 23, chat. It's A-M-B-U-L-A-N-C-E. A-M-B-U-L-A-N-C-E. A tricky one. Ambulance. Ambulance. The second A in ambulance is not an A, it's a sound, okay? Ambulance. Alright, so good job, well done. Excellent. I saw an ambulance going down the road today. I hope there hasn't been an accident. I hope there hasn't been an accident. Ambulance. You must be quite a bit behind me. Stealing is under the law. Yes, so not under the law, Mohammed. It would be more like breaking the law. Stealing something is breaking the law. And let's have a look. Good citizens, of course. The good citizens obey the law. Now, Mr. Gary's going to try and put a little something into this chat. All right, so I'm going to try and put something in there to I like it when I can do stuff on YouTube and I can put something in there. I don't know where it is. It's not showing it. Right, well, not to worry. Right, okay. So, good. Well done, chat. Ambulance. Have you got any examples of ambulance? Ambulance. Good citizens obey the law, according to Sarah Ismail. Of course. Of course they obey the law. So, yes. We need to all obey the law. Otherwise, living would be chaos. Chaos. Decision. My friend made a good decision this week. He signed a new contract. Decision. I think I've done a bit about SION and shun words. Okay, so if you've watched that video, shun, and I think we covered it a little bit in live stream, so we're not going to spend too much time. What decision have you made today, chat? Have you made any decisions? Let me know. Comment and tell me in the chat box. Oh, good. I can see some good ones here. If you had an accident, you might call the ambulance. Yes, of course, Mohammed Ismail. Yes, it's a terrible thing when there's an accident. But always remember, accidents can be avoided. Incidents can't. So that's one thing I learned in my days risk assessing a long time ago. Good. Development. Okay. Development is pronounced in one word, development. You don't pronounce the P. It's a silent P there. The development of new technology has allowed us to receive unlimited information very quickly. Alright, development. Do you have any developments? Something that's in progress, isn't it? Development, something that's in progress. 6 is word number 20. 6 plus 6 is equal to 12, which is also known as a dozen. You might hear the phrase baker's dozen, okay, because bakers once upon a time baked things by 12. They wouldn't bake one thing, they would bake 12 of them. So if it was a loaf of bread, they wouldn't bake just one loaf because that was uneconomical. They'd bake 12 at the same time. All right, a bit of economics coming into it there, and economies of scale. 6, yes, SIX, not to be pronounced with other words. Yes, I won't pronounce those because obviously, we don't want any complaints. Unfortunate. We don't want anything unfortunate on my YouTube channel. UNFORT UNATE. It's unfortunate that my football team was beaten yesterday. I was very sad. They were beaten by West Ham. And I like football, so I'm a bit of a Leeds United fan. Had a season ticket for 20 years. It was very unfortunate. Crocodile. Captain Hook was petrified of the crocodile in the movie Peter Pan, of course. CROCODILE, crocodile. Exclamation. 1 exclamation mark is enough to get your point across. Yes, chat. You might see this if you're regularly joining live streams. People will put multiple exclamation marks, and those exclamation marks, most of them are not required. All right. So yes, get your point across with just 1 exclamation mark. I know we have done a little bit of punctuation on our channel, so on my channel. So good. Chat, if you have some examples, don't forget, put the examples in the chat box. The more chat, the better. I like it. Alter means to change something. ALTER. Now, Mr. Gary is not very tall. Okay, I'm about metric is about 1.55 m, 1.56 m, and imperial is 5'5" So my mother always had to alter my trousers when I was younger. Missing your live stream yesterday was unfortunate. Yes, I didn't live stream yesterday, but that was unfortunate. I was very busy yesterday, so I had visitors, I had guests. So I didn't do any live streaming yesterday. So today I made a deal with Mohammed Ismail. I'll delay my live stream for today and start it at past the hour, whatever time that is locally to you. And I've got some more comments coming in, but I can't see these. Oh yes, I can. I mean last time, yes, you're right. You missed last time, didn't you? Yeah, it's okay. Don't worry about it. If you miss a live stream, it's there for VOD. You have the notification. You can always catch up. Okay, you can always re-watch it, catch up, no problem. Okay. Exclamation! 1 exclamation mark is enough. Alter. My mother always had to alter my pants and my uniform when I was younger, because anything I ever bought never fit, and it used to drive my mother crazy. I buy you all these things and I always have to get them altered. Jeans, trousers, shorts, nothing fit. I'm an unusual shape. And I know a lot of people have problems with those things, right? We always have to alter our clothes, especially if we want to improve them, maybe. Yeah, difficult one. Alter, oh, this is a lovely word. Number 15. A catastrophic earthquake struck in Sulawesi 2 years ago and destroyed thousands of buildings. Catastrophic. And earlier this year, I think near Medan on the island of Java, there was a catastrophic volcanic eruption it's called Mount Semeru, Semaru, I think it is. They spell it in Java. They have different spellings for different things here. So if you ever look up those things, any other catastrophic events you know of, chat, put them in the chat box. There was a catastrophic tsunami going back many years, and it struck off the island of Sumatra, and that tsunami spread all across the Indian Ocean. Perhaps the older members of chat and VOD will remember that tragic event. Okay, so yes, a tragic event. The earthquake in Sumatra, though, I think was it 2001, 2000. I can't remember when it was. Anyway, not to worry. You could Google that if you wanted to. But catastrophic spelling, CATASTROPHIC, catastrophic. Next one's a good word. Assailant. Assailant, somebody who assists a bad person, usually. Okay, assailant, ASSAILANT, assailant. His assailant was caught by the police. So the assailant is the accomplice. Okay, someone who is assisting a criminal, usually. Okay, little. If you practice your English, you will improve little by little. Now, little. Okay, 2 ways to pronounce it. Soft way, little. Okay, I would usually use the little if I was very angry. I'd say, "Oh, you little boy." Ooh. Little would be a little bit more of a softer way of pronouncing it in less emotional situations, chat, I think. Final 12! Yay! We're here. Deterioration. It is difficult to watch the deterioration of somebody's health. If somebody gets a terrible disease or a terrible illness, cancer being one, it's such a sad event, and I watched my auntie die from cancer. It was a terrible, terrible day, a very sad day, and when somebody gets something like that, it's honestly it's horrific, utterly horrific, and I never wish that on anybody. Never wish that on anybody. Terrible, terrible word. Deterioration. 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 It is difficult to watch the deterioration of somebody's health. It's terrible. Terrible. And onomatopoeia. Oh, there's another one. Onomatopoeia. Let me help you with that one. I'll spell it. Now, this is a poetry device. Okay, if you're learning poetry or you've come across poetry before, onomatopoeia is a common poetic device. ONOMATOPOEIA. Maybe we could break that down into fours. ONOMATOPOEIA. Onomatopoeia. Refers to words that sound like their meaning. Chat, do you have any onomatopoeia words? Put them in the chat box, let me know. I'm keen to see some answers for this one. Very, very keen. Okay, so good. Language. English is supposedly the world's most difficult language to learn. Language, LANGUAGE, language. I don't like bad language in my classroom. Okay, there are thousands of languages across the world. Okay, hundreds of countries, thousands of languages. Ancient languages, modern languages, and language arts is a very good degree to study. Okay, so if you get into a language arts degree, it's well worth your time, I think. Air. Little movement here. It's the same as the diphthong, right? If you've watched my video about diphthongs, you'll know what I mean. Air. AIR. The air is so cold you can see your breath. 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 Word number 7, murder. And this is one of my favourite words for a Scottish person to pronounce. And there used to be this TV show called Taggart, and it was the same every episode. It was the same. It'd be like, "There's been a murder," and he'd be like, and his accomplice would be, "What, a murder?" It's a beautiful pronunciation. If you've ever heard Scottish people speaking, it's a wonderful variant of the English accent, and Scottish English. Yes, absolutely. 6, order. The Speaker of the House of Commons, when he wants the politicians to behave, he says, "Order! Okay, order." You can order something. If you want to order a drink, order a coffee. ORDER, good. I missed literature. 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 Digital literature is available everywhere. Digital literature is available everywhere. Good. And we've done murder. Order. Clothes. I need some new clothes. Chat, if you want to put some example sentences in, put them in the chat box. Clothes. I need some new clothes. My old ones look a bit shabby. Meaning they look old, worn out, and it would be nice to have some new ones. Wood. And I always remember that tongue twister. If a woodchuck could chuck wood, a woodchuck could chuck wood. Wood as in WOULD and WOOD pronounced the same. Alright, wood. Would you have it any other way? WOULD. Just a minute, chat. I can see some chat going on. Mohammed Ismail says, "I like studying literature." Yes. Good. Literature will get you very far in your life, I'll tell you. Not enough people are reading, so if you're reading, good job. Would. Should. Word number 3, should. You should not pronounce the way I pronounce things, okay? Or you should try hard when you're doing the schoolwork. And you should always take a rest after you've finished a lesson, maybe 5 minutes, just to reset your mind. Take a deep breath. It'll be okay. Should. Now, my favourite. In England, we have these things called crisps, and it's sp, s, sp, s, sp, s. Crisps. Crisps. Crisps in England are what the Americans would call potato chips. Potato chips. Okay, I'll go get. I can go get a pack of crisps. I'll get a pack of crisps in a minute, I think, just to show you what I mean. I'm sure you won't. You will struggle with that one. A lot of my learners struggle with that one, should I say? Crisps. And yes, crisps. My favourite flavour of crisps are prawn cocktail, cheese and onion. I love cheese and onion crisps, and we have some very good varieties in England. It's a crisp eating nation. They love crisps in England. It's the go-to snack. The go-to snack. And the final word. Here we are. The final word of the 50 chat. Thistle. Thistle. And it's THISTLE. If you ever go to England, don't touch them. They're very sharp, pointy leaves, and they will give you a little nick if you touch them incorrectly. Not very nice. There's another leaf that you should avoid, and those are called nettles. Nettles. Nettles are found all over England, especially in the summertime. And I once got stung by nettles, and I'll tell you, oh goodness me, irritation is terrible. The irritation of nettles, NETTLES, nettles. I'll show you some pictures, chat. You can see those pictures there. A horrible thing to get stung by, and I wouldn't wish being stung by nettles on anybody. Not at all. Not very pleasant. One of the worst experiences you'll have. They're not at all very nice. And there you go. We have some nettles. There's a crazy guy here eating them. Ooh, don't. Goodness sake, don't do that. You can have the nettle tea. I wouldn't want to try that though. I don't think there's any benefit of nettle tea. And a thistle. Yeah, that's not my mental image of a thistle. This is here though. It's like a weed, and those leaves there, right? They can be a bit prickly, and you touch them, you'll know about it. It'll cause you lots of irritation, pain, and all you'll want to do when you touch these things is scratch, and scratch again. Keep scratching, but the more you scratch, the worse the itching will become. Trust me, I know. So yes, well done, chat. We've got through 50 words tonight, chat. Have you enjoyed yourselves? Have you learned any new words or any new pronunciations? Let me know your thoughts in the chat box, guys. I am trying to set a poll, and I'm trying to figure out if I can do that right now. No, I can't. I can't do that. So let me just have a look. Settings. No, just give me a second. I'm sure you've enjoyed yourselves. I hope you've enjoyed yourselves. You keep turning up, so you must enjoy it. It's very presumptuous, isn't it? Very presumptuous. Another great word, presumptuous. Assuming that you have enjoyed yourselves. You keep coming, and I love you for it. I'm so pleased. I'm so pleased, chat. If you're still there, thank you so much for watching. If you made it through an hour and 20 minutes, it has been great so far. Thank you so much, says Sarah Ishmael. Thank you so much. We've managed 50 words, Sarah Ishmael. 50 words we've done. The meaning, we've done examples as well. And I hope, you know, every time I say when you come, if you learn one new thing from these live streams, Mohammed Ismail says it made his day. It makes my day when you come, Mohammed Ismail, I can tell you. I'm so pleased when people come to my live streams. I'm so pleased that you managed to find me, and I'm absolutely thrilled that you come, and you know, you regularly show up. And it's great when people show up to live streams, because it makes it much nicer, because you know you've got somebody at the other end listening, maybe writing, maybe you know, practicing. I hope you're practicing these words as I go through, trying to adjust those mouth movements, because that's what this is all about. Okay, practicing those mouth movements, practicing those pronunciations. It's not easy for a lot of learners, I know that. The more you practice, the more you join as we go through the live stream, little by little. Okay, little by little. So with that said, chat, thank you so much for joining me this evening. And if you want do you want a live stream tomorrow? If you have any suggestions, what you'd like me to cover, any topics, then please do let me know in chat. You can always drop me an email. You know how to do that. We have learnt tons today. Tons. Look at that. If you're watching this on VOD, Sarah says we have learnt tons of words today. You know, watch the whole thing, because 50 words, audio words, is great. And I've got a thumbs up from Mohammed Ismail, I think, there. So yes, it's great to join. Great that you're following. And I really hope you enjoy it. Let me know if you want a stream tomorrow, what topics you'd like me to cover, anything specific. If not, then I can do something similar. Maybe I'll cut it and do 25 words, 25 tricky words tomorrow, because that one is, you know, it goes on, doesn't it? So yes, I'm so pleased that you've come, guys. Well done. Thank you so much for joining me. Always remember as well, if you're joining on VOD, press that subscribe button, boop that like button, and turn your notification bell on to all if you like the content. And I'll leave you here a playlist and a video that's recommended for you. Thanks so much for again, chat. Take care of yourselves. Good night. Have a wonderful day ahead. And I'll see you next time. Oh, I can't thank you enough. I'm at a loss for words. You're speechless. Take care, Mohammed Ismail. All the best. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.